We love hip
out here,
hop.
man. Y'all had to deal with a lot of that Toronto traffic, man.
Getting out of London was rough.
Yeah. Okay, so just rolling start like I usually do here, right?
Yeah.
London is usually about a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive.
Yeah.
But I know we've been dealing with a lot of gridlock in our city, the city of Toronto, for a while now. What's the estimated time that it usually takes you to get from London to here now?
From London to here now, it can take me anywhere from 3 to 5 hours.
What?
Yeah,
You've
seriously.
done 5 hours before?
Yeah, it's taken me that long. Just because like traffic jams and stuff on the highway from like accidents on the 407, the 401, and the 403 just getting over here.
That's
sometimes
crazy.
It gets crazy.
Then you got to scoop me, then that's like other like hour, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So it adds on when I scoop him too.
Yeah.
You gotta make a stop in the kitchen first.
That's
You know
it.
what? That actually sparks another question in my brain, and we'll get to the intro in a second, okay?
Yeah.
What other nickname do they have for Kitchener right now? I know the kitchen used to be one of the nicknames back in the days. From my travels over there, I have history over there.
Okay, well, I call it K-Town.
K-Town, I heard that one.
I'm saying the kitchen, I guess, and KW. That's about it still.
KW, eh? So there's no new ones that have come up over the years.
No new ones. I guess 519. I mean, because like that's the area code.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure I'm up on my slang. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't want to be saying the wrong things in the wrong areas, man.
Be good.
Okay, so let's get to it, man.
Yeah.
It's your boy Friday Ricky Dread here with another interview for your head top. These two gentlemen here, they popped up here to get some things going as far as the show that you got going on with this gentleman here, and then a lot of the flows that you got going on with this gentleman over here. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
So with no further ado, I would like to welcome Big Swish and King Radio in the motherfucking building.
Big watch bustin', trap house jumping, let's have a gang coming. Yeah.
I almost mixed it up and called you King Swish and Big Radio.
Let's go.
So okay, you guys I got the show that you got me booked for.
Yes,
the Marmar Oso show.
Yeah, that's right.
That's coming up July 27th.
That's
right. This will be out by the time that's out. Are you on that show as well, sir?
Yeah, I'm on the show too. I'm co-headlining with him.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I've been looking for your Instagram as well. I see a lot of different flyers. So you're an artist that is out there performing.
Yo, I've been performing a lot, man. Like maybe like twice like a month, yo. Like for the last year and a half. You know what I mean? Lessons, man. Like I'm pretty humble about it, and met lots of big names in the past year, and yeah, man, it's just growing, yo.
So for there's a lot of artists who watch our platform, and I interview a lot of artists who their name rings bells all over the place, but they don't do much shows.
Yeah.
How do you get into just doing the live shows? Like, are you dealing with a booking agent? Like what's your process?
No booking agent. It's all me, yo. I'm plugged in with lots of the promoters, and my boy Max Sauce, like he's also one of my boys, and he's been performing just as much as me too, maybe even more, yo. And he plugged me in with the Tony Ayo show, and this is last year in London, and since then the promoters keep coming to me saying, they want me to perform this and that, and I'm saying it's been up since.
No, it's a good look. That's a good look. What I did forget to do before we even get our whole interview started, I forgot to pick up my sponsors. Let me do that first, and then we'll get right into it. You gotta pay the bills, you know what I'm saying? Big salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. That's the sign that you see right behind my head over here. If you want delivery across the GTA or across Canada of some of the loudest loud, make sure to hit them up. Hit them up there. Hit up their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, and you could use the code We Love Hip Hop if you need a little discount. You know what I mean? Also, if you need some of that blem, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. They got some of the hottest grabber and multiple grabber flavors. Okay, they got delivery all across the GTA as well. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and you could use the code We Love Hip Hop. One more, hit up Gas Packs if you need some loud as well. Okay, Gas Packs has some of the best loud across the GTA, and they're also doing deliveries. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Gas Packs Original, And you could use the code We Love Hip Hop. My bad, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good, Busky.
Got to keep the business going over here. You know what I mean?
So bills paid, yo.
Yeah. So, like I was saying in the beginning of this conversation that we're having here, you're representing Kitchener.
Yeah.
Right? You're, always been there, or did you come from somewhere else and then move to Kitchener?
No, like I was born in Kitchener, but what's it called? Like, a lot of people in Toronto know me because like my family's all from here. Actually, I have like lots of cousins.
Okay.
On my mom's side and dad's side, so I'm always in Toronto in the GTA region. You know what I'm saying? And especially like when I was younger, after school, my dad would always like drag me to like Toronto and stuff because that's who he was, and he was also coach for I'm not sure like which league it was, but like for like it was like those basketball leagues like after school or whatever. So like he was his coach for Toronto and Saga, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm always in Toronto still.
Those leagues, a lot of them rap like they're like youth leagues and stuff like that. You're talking about, right?
Yeah.
A lot of like rappers that are prominent now in the scene used to be in those youth leagues back in the day. Do you know any of them that have gained some notoriety or bumped into any of them?
Not to be honest. I have to ask my dad
that. Ask him. He's probably been like, I coach top 5 or somebody. You never know, fam. Toronto's a big city, but it's also very small.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so being there in Kitchener, right?
Yeah.
I know people have like this misconception of small towns where it's just like pure white people and barely any black people. But I know different. I've been in Kitchener over the years, multiple times, right? And I've interviewed a multitude of people from there.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So what's your background as far as your parents and stuff? Where were your parents from?
My mom's from Guyana.
Okay.
My dad's from Jamaica.
Okay. Yeah. So a real West Indian household going on over there.
Come on
man.
now, so.
Yeah. So what's that like? You're a Caribbean man living over there in Kitchener, which even though there is a good set of black people, it's predominantly white people. Yeah.
Well, now there is, but before, like growing up, I was like the only nigga in Kitchener and everything, and you get involved with a bunch of bullshit, white people bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And my mom would always not like that, obviously, and kick me out, or either that or the belt. You know what I mean? So
I know when it comes to Kitchener, there's a lot of fights that happen outside of the bars. Were you one of those participants in the fights?
Man, for those that know me, Kitchener, I actually scrapped a lot. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And gotta, I don't know, people bully me or whatever, I defend myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
No, it's a scrapper town, you know what I'm saying?
Scrapper town.
Yeah. And you, King Radio, as a show promoter, you're coming out of London, right?
Yeah.
Are all your shows in London?
No, actually, I've done shows in Belleville because that's my hometown. That's where I'm originally from, is Belleville.
Okay, salute.
And I did a show in Toronto as well. So I try to cover west and east of Toronto. Okay. I try to stay out of Toronto because there's been a lot of like hip hop shows that are getting shut down by the police and stuff like that. So it's a very like hot and cold kind of area to do shows in, at least currently. With all of the shootings that have been happening recently and all that, it's a very hot spot to try and do a hip hop show.
Dicey. Yeah. You don't run into the same issues in like London or other places?
I've had one of my shows shut down in London due to a open investigation.
What?
Yeah. So that was actually the Roadrunner show that we had in March. Yeah. So it was shut down due to an open investigation from one of his previous shows. But other than that, I never have any issues, especially since I've been promoting down at the Vice Supper Club. They treat me proper, and hardly any of the cops ever show up. It's usually just like the ministry to come in and make sure that we have enough security and come in and make sure that we're, within the legal capacity and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, ever since I switched like my venues, it's literally been a breeze out there.
It's very interesting when I hear about like a show getting like shut down, right?
Yeah.
Because you're probably like in the final hour right before, you've already paid the front end and all that type of shit. What does it look like when it gets shut down? Like, are you getting a phone call or somebody showing up at the venue?
Police actually surrounded the club.
What the
Yeah, dude, it was really sketchy. Like it was, they were in the parking lot next to the club. They were behind the club. They were beside the club. Like every exit was covered. Like they were coming in the front door and the back door.
I had to call Roadrunner. I'm like, yo, don't even show up,
don't even reach, bro. Like don't even come. Like,
wow.
Yeah, because and they waited even after we shut everything down, sent everybody home. They waited until 12 a.m. just to make sure that it was for sure shut down, closed. Nobody was coming.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And you know, just because like when I've tried to do show promotion back in the days, and I've gotten through with a couple of them, but then there's a few times where I was just like, you know, I give up, man. I can't do this. Like in Toronto, you're required to give a list. I don't know about everywhere, but you're required to give a list of the names that you have performing, so that they can check it with the local police station to see if there's anything going on.
Yeah.
Do you have the same issue over with your show? Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer! Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose grabba, that red herring grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code We Love Hip Hop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Cheers.
Am required to put in a set list to the venue before the show, at least 3 days before the show. That's what I typically do, just kind of so
just 3 days before the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then so I've never been shut down due to anybody that's been on the bill before. I usually typically like to do my own little research into everybody that I put onto the show as like an opener or a special guest or like a co-headliner or something like that. I always like to do my own little research just because I don't want to be messed up in some dodgy stuff, dude. I'm just trying to do shows, put on some local artists, and you know, at the end of the day, just run my business properly.
Yeah, because like you only have to do 3 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from when I wanted to do a show before we could even before it's even conceived, before there's a flyer made or anything. I'm just talking to a club owner, and they're like, yeah, sure, we can do it as long as we get a list of the names. And then, you know, we can move forward from there. So,
I've never had to do anything like that. I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah.
In all of my time, that's crazy.
Yeah. And with you, sir, Big Swish.
What's up?
You're a gamer.
How do you know that?
Listen, man, I do my research.
Well, okay, I'm a gamer still.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Fortnite a lot though.
Okay. Now, the reason I ask that because you're an artist as well.
Yeah.
But there's people who are now transitioning into streaming and gaming and stuff like that. Salute to Almighty Suspect, who's down there in LA. He's one of the No Jumper, the host, one of the hosts over at No Jumper. He does streaming and he's playing video games. I think he's playing Def Jam Vendetta sometimes in different games. That's right? T Grizzly.
T Grizzly, he's a big,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a good way to monetize.
Yeah.
Go hand in hand.
Are you thinking in those ways?
My dad said I should because I don't know, just because like I be gaming a lot. If I'm not like busy doing the show promotions or the rapping and everything. And, I love to get into that like real soon. You know what I mean?
It's part of social media at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like around and you're doing a live stream gaming, talking some shit, and you blow up like Kai Cenat or somebody, bro.
Oh, yeah, true that.
You never know.
You never know.
I don't know which one to use though. Twitch or Kick or what's the other one? Kick or
there's
what's one DJ Academics uses?
He uses Twitch and he uses YouTube as well.
Right?
And
there's Facebook gaming too now.
Oh yeah.
Like you can game on like straight from Facebook now.
Listen, we could nerd out for a quick second. Okay. I would advise, and this is not an ad, StreamYard. There's a free version and there's like an upgraded version, but not the super upgraded version. You could stream on multiple platforms.
Okay.
So you could be on Twitch streaming as well as on Kick. I don't think Kick has been added yet, but you can be on Twitch, YouTube, a bunch of things at the same time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you be the next, I don't know, I Show Speed, Kai Cenat.
Imagine.
H3, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not for real.
You never know, bro. Give me a misconception that they might have about Kitchener.
Yo, people think it's too sweet down there, you know what I'm saying? No, for real. Like, especially now, yo, in the past, last couple of years, yo, it's been hot, yo. There's lots of shooting down there now. And yeah, it's not sweet as everyone seems it to be, yo.
It's an OT town. Yeah. You know what I mean by an OT town? Like, man's from over here in Toronto. They go OT. Yeah, I go, right? London, definitely. Kitchener, right? You know, we make our ways around. We migrate. Sure. Toronto mans migrate. Yeah, okay? Yeah. What's that like being somebody from the area? And this is a question for both of y'all, all right? Yeah. When you start seeing the man, then we start popping up and like, well, 5 of us, and it's like, is it like an arms house thing? Or I'm using Toronto words. Is it a negative thing or is it a positive thing? Are mans making friends with niggas when they go OT, or are they like, yo, get the fuck out of our city, bro?
Well, most Kitchener mans, like, they all look up to all the Toronto mans, you know what I'm saying? So they welcome them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's your answer for that, yo.
From what I've seen, it's all about the intention of what they're there for. You know what I mean?
Sell drugs.
I mean, if they're there to cause problems, obviously it's not as welcome. But if they're there just to have a good time and make some money, then I mean, it's just they're accepted as anybody else.
Yeah, well, the shit that you know. And listen, I advise all kids don't sell drugs, right?
Yeah.
Selling drugs, it does have good times with it, but it also comes with a lot of up times, right?
Yeah. Especially a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of risk.
And wars and shit. Like, you're outside of your own city. Yeah. I've done this myself. I've never had problems myself.
Yeah.
And it's true what you said. Kitchener, I've been welcomed over there. London, I've been welcomed over there from my times.
Yeah.
Past the stat of limitations when I used to be out there on roads, right?
Yeah.
But like, I've never really had the conversations because I wasn't podcasting then to find out how y'all feel about that, man. Like,
what are
you doing out here trying to take our women, doing all this shit, man?
Nah, for real. But no, the Kitchener,
you could get your hate off. It's fine.
Yo,
unless you don't have any, you know what I'm saying?
Them Kitchener girls though, like, no, they like a Toronto man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm aware.
They like, especially like them snow bunnies, like, holy, like, they be welcoming those Toronto niggas over, yo. So
not bad. I've had some times in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What's one of the biggest struggles coming from Kitchener as an artist though? And then also on the flip side, give me, a bonus of coming from there.
Honestly, well, the bonus is I don't have to like be like mixed up with the politics in Toronto and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I could like do music with like whoever. And that's a really big bonus for me, you know what I mean? And the negative, I'd probably say I don't know, I guess like not to like the Toronto, like where you're from, like Toronto street cred, but I don't know. I don't really have a negative, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like you were trying to say, I don't want to speak for you, but sometimes like, because it's not the gritty downtown Toronto or Jane and Finch and all that, they might be like, oh, y'all ain't cats talk no street shit.
Oh yeah.
But let me speak for you, just quick, fast.
Okay, bet.
How could you say that man's from OT can't talk street shit like a guy from Kitchener or London and all that when you're going over there to deal with their shit? So I guess there's some streets over there. There's fiends.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right? So don't worry, we got that. You know what I'm saying? We got that covered. Being from Kitchener as well, right? Yeah. One person who I've interviewed from there a multitude of times.
Yeah.
Sagittarius Shawty.
Yo, don't kill me, dog.
Do you know her personally?
Yo, me and her went to the same like high school, like back in the day. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I saw her video saying that like she used to like get bullied and shit in like high school.
Okay.
Well, like that's not true, yo. Like,
interesting.
Like, she never really got bullied. She was always like a loud girl in like class and everything, and the halls and shit. And not gonna lie, like I made fun of her a few times. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, but she made a tweet about me or whatever on Twitter or whatever, saying a bunch of bullshit. No, this was like back in high school. Then from then, like we've like never really fuck with each other, you know what I mean? But I see her doing her thing, and you know, I think she sees me doing my thing. So
yeah. You know, what's your opinion on, like, you know, you seen her have her little glow up from just the viral shit, but then she took it to, like, you know, having her own YouTube and channel and stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man? Well, the viral shit was like, that's dirty as fuck, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, there was some wild times.
Some wild times, you know what I mean? But like, she transitioned into like, I think No Jumper, like being on No Jumper and being a YouTuber and everything. So salute to her as we all get older and everything. So
salute to Saji. Yeah. You know, actually, I'm gonna get back to you in a quick second.
All right.
Right? Yeah. With you, King Radio, with all of the shows that you got putting together and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're bringing people also from across the border and stuff.
That's correct. Yeah.
Can you give us some of the, like, details on how you got to deal with some of that type of shit?
So typically the way that I do it is I will go through a booking agency. Mm-hmm. So, cause they handle a lot of the, like, the paperwork and the visas and, like, all of the extra stuff that I'm not well versed enough to deal with all of that stuff quite yet. You know, I've only really been doing this like full time for like the past 8 months.
Okay.
So like I'm not well versed enough into getting like artist visas to come over here and all that extra permits, stuff. So I will go through a third party, give them a little 10% just because, like, you know, everybody's got to make money and stuff like that. So I went through a lovely company called White Mountain Agency. Okay. They're located in California. And they book some of the biggest tours, like Mayday and Mac Lethal. They did the R.A. the Rugged Man tour. They do like just a ton of like the big names that come out of the US, and they handle some of the Canadian tours over here. So being a Canadian promoter, you can like contact these booking agencies and just buy a date. You can just buy a date. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how I did it with Roni too. Like, with Roni, I reached out to his management because he was doing the 2024 Hardest Out tour.
Yes.
And we did his show in London at Club Fuego on April 6th this year.
Okay.
And that was the same way that I did it with him. Was I went through his management, got the booking fee, all that sort of stuff, and just bought a date on his tour.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of those shows get canceled because the artist couldn't get across the border?
No, actually, that has not come as an issue yet.
Not yet.
So I'm hoping I don't have to experience that. Yeah, I'm really hoping I don't. But I'm very like particular with who I'm booking. Like I had an opportunity to book Chef G in Sleepy Hollow, but the Chef G just got out on gun charges, and I'm like, there's a very big obstacle I don't want to have to deal with.
Yeah, you'll take that front end.
Yeah,
I know he ain't getting across that border, man.
Getting across that border, like no, there's no way. So I'm very peculiar about who I'm booking. You know, I try to make sure I'm making the smartest place possible. Like with the Marmaroso, for instance, like he's got no previous criminal record or anything like that. He's free to travel to and from wherever. He's huge on TikTok. That's like where it's predominantly known. And I don't think there's a single TikTok star out there that's got a criminal record. But
there's a few, I could
be wrong.
There's a few. And last thing on just the promotion aspects, right? I keep on using this term front end and back end and stuff like that. And I'm just saying it like as if everybody in the audience knows what the I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Can you explain that, like, just for the people who don't know?
So what he means by front end and back end is each artist that you go in and book, as the bigger the name, the more expensive it is.
Yes.
So they have what's called a booking fee. So they'll set it at, hypothetically speaking, actually, you know what? I'll give you an example. Shaw Claire, for example, we have him on Friday. We booked him for $2,600. So the front end deposit was 50% up front. So we paid $1,300 up front to lock the date in, make sure that, you know, he was going to come out. And then back end, this would be, so once he shows up to sound check, once he shows up to the show on the day of the show, we hand him the other 50%. And, you know, that's just how each show is ironed out. Other shows have different types of deals, but how I usually deal with them, it's 50% up front, 50% at the show.
And that's not including the rider
that's
and
not
all that per diem and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is different, you know, like there's there's always something, you know, there's always crazy stuff. And I've had crazy riders. Like I'm telling you, I've seen some of the wildest things.
Like honey and tea and shit.
Oh man,
that sounds like it's more on the light end.
So
I want to hear about the all red M&Ms or something.
So we were dealing with Lil Barrett a little while back. We were gonna do a show with him. We're probably still gonna do a show with him. So if he sees this, Hi. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna definitely book him. And yeah, his rider is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. He asks for 4 blue Gatorades in his rider, and I think that is the coolest thing I've ever seen anybody ask for. Oh, and 2 medium-sized white T-shirts.
Yeah,
I mean, like, dude, that's like, and we joked a little bit on Instagram. I joked with him. I was like, "Oh, is blue your favorite flavor?" You know, just kind of like a little ha, and he's like, "Yeah, something like that." So,
yeah,
he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Now, I'll give you guys a little game. You know, we'll trade some game.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is the situation for Lil Barrett, right? But sometimes people make specific requests to make sure that people actually are reading the rider and making sure that people. You know, you got a good promoter.
Yeah.
If I said I want, let's say, 4 blue gray Gatorades, I don't actually want 4 blue Gatorades, but I want to make sure that you're going to make sure that the things that I requested, you got those, and then everything else should be good for the night.
Okay.
True that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just took that in. Yeah.
I still thought it was still one of the coolest things.
I feel like with his,
I've been asked for.
They sound functional.
Yeah.
Like I think he's gonna use those white teas. He'll probably drink the Gatorade.
Yeah.
But you might see some weird ass request in the future and think, why does this? You're not even gonna use that.
Yeah.
They just want to make sure that you're actually gonna get it.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%.
And you're not fucking them over or any kind of way. And
I just think sometimes like the riders that you see, some of them are pretty entertaining to read.
Unique.
Genuinely. Yeah, unique is a better word. Unique is a better word.
Right? Yeah, man, that's dope, man. One thing with you, Big Swish.
Yes, sir.
I kind of messed up your name for a second. Because I thought you were somebody else. Remember when we were DMing each other, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about questions and different things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I mentioned shooting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
You know why I did that? I thought there's a few different bigs, so I'm not gonna mention the big who I thought you were.
Yeah.
But there's multiple bigs in this city that got shot. So think at first I thought I was talking to that person, and that's why I brought up that. Yeah. But then you were like, cool. Did you get shot or something?
oh no! I thought you meant like just shootings in like Toronto or whatever. That's
no. I was talking about getting shot.
Oh no!
Because you were just kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Nah.
I was like, all right.
I didn't get shot.
Yeah, but then after when I looked at the names and I was like, oh no, that's not Big. That's Big Swish. Wait a minute, did he get shot too? Like, holy shit.
Well, not gonna say never, but like, nah.
But you currently have no bullet holes inside of you. No bullet holes. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. I want to broaden the conversation a little bit because I know like we all have our favorite artists. I know you are a fan of like Drake.
Yeah.
Who else? I feel like I've heard a few different names.
Drake, 50 Cent,
50, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Nas, right? The classics. And then, further on into the future, the Chief Keefs and all these different people, right?
Yeah.
But with your boy Drizzy Drake. All right?
Yeah.
And this is a question for the room.
Okay.
You guys are from different parts outside of Toronto. I'm here on ground zero, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird because he lost the battle to Kendrick as far as the public opinion.
Yeah.
Right? And myself also, I kind of like conceded, yes, he lost. Okay.
Yeah.
But I've been very objective with it. I also understand that I got the follow on top of my head. So I watch what I say. Right. But I'm also being a Toronto man. I want to support the home team.
Yeah, you got to.
For you guys, it's like from being outside of Toronto, do you guys feel any kind of allegiance to Toronto when it comes to this whole Drake and Kendrick beef? Or is it like we're just listening to the music? Big salute to this episode's sponsor, Gas Packs. Gas Packs has handpicked their cannabis to make sure it is the top quality for our smokers. We have a lot of growers to make sure that we get all of the best cannabis Canada has to offer. Make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Gas Packs Original, and when purchasing, make sure that you have the barcode on the back to scan to make sure that it's real. Once again, hit them up on their Instagram page, Gas Packs Original, and you can use the code WeLoveHipHop to get a discount on anything on the menu. They have delivery all over the GTA and some of the finest loud. Once again, hit them up on their Instagram page, Gas Packs Original. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah.
Nah, I'm riding for Drake no matter what, man. Like for real, dog.
For me, I don't really feel like an allegiance to either or. I respect both of them for locking horns the way that they did. Because it was two people that I never thought would ever, try and go toe to toe with each other. I always thought there was like a mutual respect thing between the two of them and stuff like that. And that, nothing was ever going to come to light. But I'm proud of Kendrick. He did an amazing job. But I also think it had a part to do with, blowing their careers up a little bit more. In no disrespect to either of them, but they aren't the most relevant to until this recent flame that they had. Like they weren't. Drake's been running the game for 15 years. You know what I mean? He'll always be relevant to Toronto, but it's like in terms of this really helped put them back into the spotlight.
More Kendrick than Drake.
More Kendrick than Drake.
Drake is always number one, man.
Yeah, he's always been in the spotlight. But I personally feel like this was to help shine light on both of them. In a moment where hip hop is at its peak. Because summertime, that's when all the hip hop shows are happening. That's when all the hip hop artists are on tour. That's when everything's super popular for hip hop. So I think it was a huge move of them for them to do that. It helped both of their careers. Whether they won or lost the battle.
Yeah, real shit. But you guys understand what I mean? Like, we always feel this extra obligation here in Toronto. Like, we'll feel funny playing Not Like Us and shit like that because we're here in Toronto. Like, a DJ got in trouble. He got kicked out the club for playing Not Like Us.
They didn't even pay him either. That's
He got paid. He got paid. All right. So DJ Czar.
He didn't even get paid.
DJ Czar gave us the real scoop. He said he got paid.
Okay.
But that's an issue here. But like for you guys, just maybe a couple of hours and, Kitchen, not even a couple of hours, it's like an hour out the city.
Yeah, fact.
You guys feel the same? Like, we can't play Not Like Us out here. The different things like how people in Toronto feel?
Not really. Not for me, at least.
Honestly, it's like half and half, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, for me, like, I feel like it's like more of a Canada versus US like type of thing too. So, or like East Coast versus West Coast, because we're on the East, Kendrick is on the West, so I don't know, I'm running for Drake no matter what, man. Like I thought, I'm gonna be biased, but I thought that like he like sort of like had the upper hand with Family Matters and stuff. But I realized after Kendrick's performance, the last one he just did, I'm like, damn, I think Drake did like low key last.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Yeah,
you see. You're showing that loyalty. Maybe it's because Kitchen is a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like Toronto mans are like right there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you could feel that like a little bit more of the closeness. But like, dude, it was kind of hard to like say yes, he lost until after you watch that concert and it's like, damn.
For real.
Do you think, and I've asked this on the podcast lately, that Toronto can come together like, Drake maybe can pull off kind of close to the same going on over here?
I hope so. Maybe. Actually, I don't know, to be honest. So that's for Toronto to decide, actually, because in the streets and everything, I know it's really sticky out here. So
yeah. It's difficult, man. What do you think?
I think Toronto could do it. I know like how crazy Toronto goes for their own people. Like they're a very active crowd. Like they really go hard for their own people. So honestly, if Drake really wanted to do it, he could. I think so personally, but
just for Drake only. Drake only.
Like he's Toronto's face, like when it comes down to it, like everybody thinks, when everybody thinks of Toronto for hip hop, they think of Drake, it's that's just it. So I think if it could be done 100% because of they're you guys are a really supportive city.
Yeah, man. And just like if everybody could put aside their differences for one night,
100%,
and really just be able to show that, even if it's just for show, and then just you guys go back to beefing tomorrow, like come on, man,
8-hour truce,
show out. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the West Coast, you got a feature with Crip Mac?
Yes, sir. I got a feature with Crip Mac.
Now, salute to Crip Mac. Hold your head. He's doing some time currently.
Facts.
So, one, I didn't even know like he was really deep into the rap like that. I was seeing him more as a content creator.
Yeah.
Right? But like, how did you guys like link up?
Honestly, like his manager, Lib Gotti, shout out to Lib Gotti, and shout out to Josh YNC. Like they're like his raps, whatever, for like when like currently for because he's in the bed or whatever right now. So they're like speaking for him mostly right now, and he's selling features. Well, he was selling features and stuff, and I reached out to them back in I think January or whatever, and they hooked it up, and Yeah, I got featured from Crip Mac in the bin, yo. You know what I mean?
Wow. So what is he doing the verses over the phone and shit?
Yeah, verses over the phone.
Oh, really?
Then my engineer edited it with like mastered it, mixed and mastered it, whatever. And yeah, that's gonna drop real soon.
Okay. Yeah. Is he getting at anybody in his verse or what, man? Talk to me, bro. Yo. I know he's been having a lot of beef with China Mac and a few different people. I follow the whole No Jumper universe like very closely. Salute to Adam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I know that was going on. Like, is there any of that in the verse that we can expect?
Yeah, like he does shout out to his like block or whatever and 55th
55th Street.
Yeah, 55th Street. Yeah. Yeah, he says that at the end and everything.
But there's no shots in there. We're not gonna hear the China Mac ether or the China Mac not like us.
It's pretty clean for the most part.
Okay. Dope. And last couple of things. What's your relations to funny people? And put me on to those guys.
So funny people. They're like a New York group. Yeah, New York like rap alternative group in New York. And what's it called? I'm actually like related to like their drummer. His name is Elijah Rock.
Okay.
And I remember his mom was at my like a family function or whatever, and she's like, oh, my son is on Jimmy Kimmel, he's on SWI, blah blah, and I'm like, oh, who's your son, whatever. Then she showed me whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, that's your cousin. We could hook you up like whenever, and I don't know, like they gave me free tickets like last year or two for the show in Toronto, but I didn't make it. But I hope I could get work with them real soon and stuff. So
yeah, man, you got family in different places, bro. Y'all gotta link up.
Yeah.
Ultimate goal for you as an artist, and then for you, King Radio, like the ultimate show that you would love to book.
The ultimate
show. And we don't even have to
book?
Stay in hip hop. We can go anywhere. Like I'm talking about Cher or somebody.
That's easy. Kibo Money. He's a Memphis artist.
Okay.
Definitely not only my dream feature, but my dream show would be to put one on for him. Definitely. That's for me. 100%.
You went into the vault with that one, right?
Yeah.
There. I was expecting Drake or somebody.
No.
What about you, Big Swish?
Man, I just wanna
like the ultimate goal.
The ultimate goal to be a boss, like Jay-Z, like Rick Ross. You know what I mean? Like have everything, mansion, artists like under me. You know what I mean? Be on the billboard. Life, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you making some moves over there to the US, or have you made some moves over there yet?
Yeah, I just show New York last year. That was in Brooklyn. I also shot a music video down there too.
Dope.
Yeah, that's about it so far. I do want to start traveling more often though.
Yeah,
I have like lots of features with people in the States, so they're always asking me when I'm coming down and stuff. I just gotta make the time and effort to like go down there.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'll give you a quick word of advice in closing here when it comes to artistry is here in Canada. Make sure that you have your foundation here, which I could see that you're building. You know what I'm saying? Like you're building your fan base. You're doing your shows. You're getting your recognition out here, so that, and then make sure to make your move down to the States and make it like where you're always there, you're back here, you're always over there. Because when it comes to being a Canadian artist, they'll start showing you more love over here when they see you next to some of the people over there in the States.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
However, when you're in the States and you're moving around and you're letting them know who you are, if they check back home and you have no groundwork, they ain't gonna respect you over there neither.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So set up your groundwork here and then make sure to like keep clean so that you could always go past that border, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And for you, King Radio, I have no advice. I'm just you're in the promotion game, keep doing it. And
I'm also an artist as well.
Oh. See, I didn't know that.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, the same advice applies.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Build your foundation here and then take your ass over to the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yes,
what y'all got coming up next as far as with you with music and with you with the shows? I know the Marmar also one's coming up, but other ones as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's start with you, Swish.
Well, what's it called? I'm actually throwing my own show in London called Blessed Mike 2.
Okay.
And it has his baby Peppa on it. He's a headliner.
Salute.
Straight Cash and Pillar B. So, I'm throwing that August 2nd. So if you want to pull up, let me know. I got tickets for you if you want to pull up, you know what I'm saying? And what else? Marmar also show with him. Shock Playlist Friday. What else? A.W.O.L show coming up. I'm pretty busy.
You're on the road. You're booked and busy.
Booked and busy, man. Yeah,
nice.
Cambridge show just booked me on. I'm just working, yo.
Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
And new music coming out soon.
Yes.
Music, most importantly. Yes, sir. New music. EP dropping real soon.
Okay. Dope. What about you, King Radio? Shows coming up?
Yeah. So music Shock Player this Friday, obviously. So that'll be fun. That'll be at the Vice Supper Club, the same as the Marmaroso show on July 27th. And then I'm currently working on trying to book Sad Boy with her team.
Okay.
She's a Toronto female artist, doing amazing. I know probably a lot of people have heard of her. I'm working with Olivia Mirabella, which is her management team and stuff like that. So we're trying to make sure we get that out for August and stuff like that. But and then I have my Belleville show on July 20th. You have your own on. And his is like completely separate from mine, but both in the same town. But other than that, that's pretty much what I've got going on so far.
Dope. Looking forward to it, y'all.
Yes,
let the people know where to find y'all. You know what I'm saying? Starting with you, social medias, anywhere where do you want you to find your music and shit?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. We Stay Swishin'. I have a website called www.bigswish.net. You could buy my merch, new music, and mostly on that and YouTube, Big Swish, TikTok, Big Swish, and everything's Big Swish mostly.
Okay. Dope. What about you, sir?
And you can find me at King Radio Official on Instagram and King Radio on just about anything else.
Dope.
Yes, sir.
There we have it, man. Big Swish in the motherfucking building.
Dang.
We got King Radio in the building. Before I get out of here, big salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. Hit them up on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada. Hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. And Gas Packs Original on Instagram. We are off of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deuces.
We love hip hop.